Yo, how's it going? It's Uriel, the Great 15, the compa Yuri here. Carnales podcast. Follow the Instagram page. And yeah, we have a new episode today. Last week we had Abner and Jenny had the episode and they did an awesome job. They did a great job. I'm sorry, Jenny, but I'm team payaso. Paleta de payaso. I think Abner did a good job, but yeah, team payaso, let's go. All right, today we have myself and my wife. So today's our turn to do this podcast and to kind of, bring you guys some information. I don't know. What is it? Like, well, just, a conversation, I should say.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna let my wife kind of introduce herself, say something, about herself and who she is, what she is, and take it away.
Hi guys, my name is Yasmin. I think I have to agree with Uriel. I also am team paleta payaso because it's different, it's unique. Even though I do like getting flowers too, but it's something cute that Abner does. So sorry, Jenny. I'm also on their side. I said,
I think the team payaso, because he thought of those situations.
Yeah, he remembered the good days when he used to do it.
But flowers always do, and if she loves flowers, then
But like I said, my name is Yasmin. I am a follower of Jesus.
Amen.
I am the best wife on the planet.
Amen.
And I am a mom now. I have a beautiful, perfect child, literally.
Perfect.
Literally perfect.
Like perfect.
We got really lucky.
We're blessed.
We're blessed. We got blessed with the most perfect baby.
Yes.
By perfect, I mean she's laughing, giggling all day long. Cries maybe once a day.
She sleeps through the night.
She's been sleeping through the night since we brought her home.
I honestly don't think we have struggled as other people, say their experiences with their kids or we've heard experiences.
Like that they don't sleep. That newborn stage is extremely hard.
Or even when some of the youth would bring their fake baby dolls or your friends at school, and you had to figure out okay, is it hungry? Is it the diaper change or burp or whatever? I feel like I haven't experienced that with Selah.
No,
it's okay, it's
like a routine,
right?
They eat, they poop, they sleep, and repeat.
I don't think we've struggled of maybe one time we're what is it?
I think maybe the first day or the first week.
Yeah, but other than that, she's a perfect baby.
And she's so cute, even though she looks like her dad.
She's beautiful. What you mean? She's beautiful. She looks just like her beautiful dad.
Yeah. Anyway, her name is Selah Sunflower.
Yeah.
Yes, we did name our child Sunflower. I wanted that to be her first name, but Uriel didn't let me. But Selah means rest or to reflect. It's found in the Bible. So kind of the reminder when we see her, when we're with her, to reflect and to think about God and the Word of God. And it's also a reminder to rest, because sometimes I think people go, and we don't think about resting in the presence of God. So
yeah, and I think now that you mention it, she does. When
she's so peaceful.
When I come from work on my breaks, I just want to carry her, and it just relaxes me.
Or she's giggling, you want to put your phone down. So she's awesome, but
she's definitely living up to her name. That's what she's doing. So yeah, that's a little bit about Yasmin. Great intro. Good job. And
I'm so nervous.
So producer Dan, this right here is your cue. Yo, mi gente. Aquí reportándonos live desde el estudio de Sauk Center, Minnesota. Aquí tenemos a nuestra concursante, Yasmina Soto. All right, Yasmin, I got some dad jokes for you. Are you ready?
Yes, I am ready.
How ready? How confident do you
Well, earlier you were practicing some other jokes, and I almost got them.
You were pretty
So
close.
I was pretty good. So I'm gonna give myself an 8 out of 10.
And that is okay. I have 3 dad jokes for
God.
you. Like, how many do you have? Like, do you think you're gonna get all 3?
One.
One.
Okay.
All right. If you get one, I'll buy you a paleta payaso.
Hey.
Team paleta payaso. All right. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
How did the barber win the race?
How did the barber? He cut in line.
No.
Oh, he cut the line. Okay. Hold on.
How did the barber win the race?
He buzzed through. Dang it.
You kind of close.
Okay, so barbers cut hair, buzz,
You like close.
beard, shave.
How did the barber win the race?
He blazed his way through. I don't know.
Blazed?
Blades.
Then what is he, a bulldozer or what?
Okay, I give up. Dang it! Never mind. I give myself 2 out of 10.
Right. So, how did the barber win the race? Knew a shortcut.
Wow.
You were
was
close.
close.
I'm telling you.
Dang it.
All right, this one's pretty easy.
Okay.
All right, you ready? And for those who are listening, let me know if you guys got the barber one. All right, so here's the second one. Why do dogs have
Wait, ducks or dogs?
ducks?
Uh-huh.
Why do ducks have tail feathers?
Why do ducks?
Have tail feathers. Why do ducks have tail feathers?
Okay, so ducks, waddle, water, feathers. I'm trying to think of words that will inspire me.
Huh?
Why do ducks have tail feathers?
feathers.
They.
For you guys who are listening, like Yasmin's head is smoking right now. Her brain is working.
Give me a clue. Give me a clue.
All right, quack. That's the clue. Quack.
Quack.
Why do dogs have tail
To
feathers?
cover their quack.
No.
Like that, like their butt.
Yes. What did you say?
To cover their quacks, like their butt quacks. To cover their butt quacks. Did I get it right? No, at least one.
To cover the butt quacks.
I'm already crying.
All right, that was a good one. That was a good one.
Okay, I literally said I would get one, so at least I got one.
All right. No, you said 2 out of 3.
You're such a liar. I did not.
Anyway, here's the third one. All right. So this is the make it break it. All right. What are the strongest days of the week?
What are the strongest days? So there's more than one.
What are the strongest days of the week?
Sunday. Monday. Tuesday.
What are the strongest
Thursday.
days of the week?
Friday.
Hey, it's working.
Saturday.
Her brain is working.
Okay,
It's
okay.
smoking. All right.
Okay.
What are the strongest days of the week?
Strong is in like physical strength. Sunday. No. Oh, I don't know why I'm thinking like Sunday because of the sun and the days.
Don't be thinking too hard.
Oh, okay.
It's not no solar eclipse. No.
All of them except Saturday because they sat all day.
What?
I don't know.
They saddled?
Because they sat. Saturday sits all day. So it's Monday through Friday. No?
You're thinking too hard. No.
Okay.
I'll give you a clue.
Okay.
Never mind.
No! Give me a clue.
No. Ready? What are the strongest days of the week? It's because this clue.
Okay. Okay, just tell me.
All right, I'm gonna tell you. All right, so for the third one, and this is a loss. She's taking a nail. She only got one.
Hey, that was my goal. So in my book, I'm a winner. I achieved my goal.
No, she did win. Okay, what are the strongest days of the week? Sunday and Saturday.
Why?
The rest are weekdays.
Wow! I knew it had to do with Sunday and Saturday, though. I said something with sun and something with sat.
The others are
weekdays. Oh my god! Really tried though.
Hey, you got one. That's good.
Thank you.
Well, that wraps up for our Dad Jokes segment, and yeah, that was a good one.
Mm-hmm. That reminds me of, is it the popsicle sticks that had jokes on them, or the little wrappers of some candy? What candy was that?
What is it? What are they called?
Laffy Taffies.
Laffy Taffies. Also the lollipops. Cue that music.
No. The lollipops. Which ones?
The ones, those dumb bums, or ¿cómo se llaman?
Dum-dums?
Dum-dums. They also have jokes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep. So before we get started on what we're gonna talk about, let's see how well we know each other.
Okay.
All right. Mm-hmm. I have a feeling you know me pretty well.
Yeah, but I also forget things a lot, so
that's true.
I could totally get all of these wrong.
Yeah, you're gonna butcher this.
Maybe.
No. All right. So.
Okay, you go first.
Before we get to the questions, okay, well, let's ask the questions, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Before we get to the questions.
Oh my gosh, Pig!
I love you.
Oh.
All right.
I love you too.
All right. That's another way.
You're so annoying.
Just kidding. All right. How did we meet? When did we meet? How did we meet? Do you remember?
Well, we didn't meet right away. You slid into my DMs on Snapchat.
Hey, for those people sliding on DMs, there's hope.
No,
right?
Well, yeah, but don't encourage it.
In a healthy way.
Yeah,
of course.
You slid into my DMs, and I was on a road trip to Washington State.
And I remember the way I slid on your DMs, it was in a pretty educational type of way.
Yeah, you were so...
I was like, what's the formula?
No! I was in a car on the way to Washington State to visit, I think, my brother, right? And I had posted on Snapchat a picture of my book. I had a book that I read on the way there, and I finished it like an hour in or something like that. And I said something like, any other book recommendations, or I need a new book, something like that. And you were like, oh, you like to read? That's how you... Oh,
yeah. I replied to her Snap story, and I was like, oh, you like to read? Yeah. And she's like, yeah, I do like to read. And then I was like, oh, me too.
You don't even read.
I did read.
Yeah, I think we read.
I remember at that point, I was a little heartbroken. Aww. From like,
I was your rebound. You know that?
You were my rebound.
I think you were my rebound too, though.
Damn, we're rebounders. But I was a little heartbroken. So I remember, I think I asked a librarian from school, like show me some love stories. They're in a book. And then she gave me this like Bible. It's a book called, I think, 19 Minutes. And I read a couple chapters, and yeah, it was a love story. It was pretty good. So I remember I told you, like, you should read this book.
You sent me like pictures of a bunch of books that you had at your house. When you messaged me, was your intention to flirt, or were you just asking about the book for real?
I think I was in a vulnerable state. I was like, oh, like maybe we could talk about books or something. Like
you just wanted someone to talk to.
Yeah.
Because I know you were like commenting on my Instagram pictures and stuff.
I was?
About my paintings. So I didn't know if, you were looking to flirt, or you...
I honestly don't remember, but...
I don't know either. Yeah. I don't remember. I think we were flirty back then, though.
I think so, too. Yeah. I didn't know the right way to talk.
To approach.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you DM'd me. We talked about books, and then we literally never stopped talking after that. Right?
It was like day and night.
Every day and every night.
It's like
all day and all night.
I remember instead of like FaceTiming or calling,
we would Snapchat videos.
And oh my goodness, sometimes I was like, what the heck did she say? Like I can't replay it.
Yeah.
And then I would lose conversation because we would have like 4 or 5, no, like 3 or 2 conversations. And like different videos.
Yeah.
And like it was so hard to keep up.
But we did that every day for months.
And mind you, at that time.
But you know why? You didn't want to give me your phone number, but that's it. Ahorita will go on with that.
And mind you, at that time, I had 2 jobs. So I was working in this like painting company. And I was like working my 8-hour shift job. Well, I think it was like 10-hour shift. And then in the afternoons, I would go work like a part-time 6-hour. And then
you barely slept. But I think it was one of those things where like you have such a huge crush that you didn't care about sleeping.
Exactly. Yeah. I was so in love, I guess, that I just would sleep like 3 hours a day and just keep on going. But I remember a few times I would like take a nap in the like those houses that we used to paint
in the closet.
In my break time, I would just like go to sleep for 1 hour, and that was like power napping through the whole day. But yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and we would Snapchat a lot at first because you didn't give me your number right away because you were like, I don't like to give out my number unless it's serious or something like that. But I didn't trick you into doing it, but I was like. And it was true. I wasn't lying. I was like, I'm going into a different part here in Washington where I don't get signal. And I was like, I won't be able to Snapchat you, but I can text you, which is true. I really couldn't send you Snapchat.
You was trying to slide
no. And then you gave me your number and you were like, wait, I see what you did there. Something like that. That's how I got your number. So we were like texting in one conversation and then Snapchatting in a different conversation. Yeah. But anyway, and then months went by and we met finally in person for the first time. I was so nervous.
Were you really?
Yeah. Because I think I was like self-conscious. Like, what is this person going to think about me?
For real?
It's like you're meeting a stranger.
I was just going with the intention of like saying like, sup.
Really?
It's good.
Well, we met at a youth conference.
Yeah, I remember. It was in St. Louis. The first time I saw you... the first time I saw you was in St. Louis.
I didn't see you there.
I didn't ask... Well, we have close relatives. Not relatives.
Friends.
Close friends. And I asked my friend about you. Like, hey, like, who's this girl? Kind of to see...
Because you thought I was cute or just because you're like, who's that?
Yeah, you were attractive. You were attractive. And I remember he told me, and I was like, no, maybe not. Like, nah.
Because I live far away or what?
Yeah, far away. I was like, nah.
Or did he talk smack?
No, I'm looking for something like
if it was
closer.
Jonathan, I'll beat him up.
And then, I think the following year we had Minneapolis. And we had this youth convention. And a youth convention, for those who don't know, is where like...
these different churches.
Like multiple churches from different states, sections of the nation kind of gather up all the youth and this like one place and kind of have a convention where they have like breakouts and just have fun as youth. And that's where, a lot of the youth, I would say, meet new friends, meet other, people from different states. And I think that's what happened with me. I met, I guess the
love of your life.
The love of my life in that youth convention. And I think that's where it all started. Well,
because we met in person, I did a live painting on stage that year. Yes, and I had blue hair.
You did have blue hair.
And
you were... I think you inspired 6ix9ine because I remember you had like all this like.
You're bogus. You're bogus. I was like, who's 6ix9ine? And then it hit me. I had blue hair
and like green.
Well, it was like fading to green. But anyway, so we met in person and then we kept talking and texting after that. And then I was going to move to Chicago for school to a discipleship school called Chicago Master's Commission. And 2 weeks before it started, you decided to apply.
Yeah.
And then that was a whole other journey right there, another like 3 years.
Yeah.
And then, so we finally started dating in March 17th of 2017.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We got engaged a year later. Mm-hmm. And then got married like 11 months later. So,
yeah, marriage. Then we got married. Mm-hmm. We actually had 2 weddings.
Yeah.
We had like a civil wedding, and we had a civil wedding here in Minnesota because of your grandfather.
Mm-hmm. But in a way, it was also a ceremony because my dad gave like a little sermon, and he's a pastor.
Well, yeah, it was like a legit. It was a legit because we signed the papers. He did a whole like wedding. My
grandpa walked me down the aisle.
It was like official.
We had food.
Yeah, and then the other one was kind of more of like
a bigger party,
and for but we had 2 weddings, and it was a good time. I loved it. Mm-hmm. Best time of my life. I
think I liked the first wedding more because I think it was so chill and it was so small. And before we got engaged, I had told Uriel I only wanted like 50 people there, and then I wanted to elope. I didn't want to have a wedding, so I think that's why I like the first one. I think more because it was so chill. I didn't have to worry about anything.
Yeah, but it was. I enjoyed my life.
It was so fun. Your life.
I enjoyed my life.
So yeah, that's how we met, how we started dating, and how long we've been married for almost 2 years.
Almost 2 years.
July 26th.
July 26th. Yeah. 2 years have passed, but man, time flies, yo. Mm-hmm. Hey, as you're getting older, your bones start shifting, and the times just, it just goes. Mm-hmm. And all right, some more.
So we've been married for almost 2 years. How well do you know me?
I know you pretty good.
Well, I'm gonna ask you some questions.
All right, go ahead.
Okay? Mm-hmm. This one's an easy one, though. I think anyone that meets me or sees my Instagram can guess. Oh, I didn't say my Instagram. You always shout your Instagram out. Yeah, but I don't even know how to spell my Instagram. But it's at Papita Frita.
At Papita Frita. At PAPITA _
There's a double A somewhere in there.
FRITAA.
I think it's double A's at the end. Anyway, what is my favorite color?
Oh, that is really hard. I mean, let me think about it. Does it start with the letter yellow?
Yellow. Our desk that we're currently recording on is also yellow.
Her cell phone's yellow. Her wallet is yellow.
My curtain right there is yellow.
Your curtain is yellow. Your teeth.
Wow. Oh my god, I can't stand it. I'm crying. Oh my gosh, guys, this is my life with Uriel, like constantly.
Hey, in marriage, you just have to have some laughter.
Freaking cry. Okay.
What is my favorite color?
Red.
Red. Like the blood of Jesus Christ.
Amen. What is my favorite book of the Bible?
Your favorite book of the Bible is Revelation.
No.
Yes, it is. No. You like to bring the wrath.
I do. I think I do, but it's not my favorite.
I was just kidding.
I do talk about, remember those we were talking about heaven and hell and the Jesus is
But
coming.
your favorite book is Esther.
No,
I'm just kidding. It's Job. No, I'm just kidding. It's First Kings.
No, it's not.
What?
No.
What is it?
Matthew.
I did say Matthew.
No, you didn't.
I said Matthew.
I don't know if I have a favorite, but I think if you look at my Bible, that's the most highlighted and written in. So that's where I'm. And it's Jesus. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
there's more detail.
All right, okay. Which one is my favorite book of the Bible?
James.
Yo. What?
I know you.
You know me.
I do. Okay, what's my shoe size? My shoe size.
Like, okay.
I can't say it. Shoe size.
You're a size 8 in men. You're a size 10 in women.
No.
And you're size 4 Godzilla.
You're bogus. You're bogus. You're freaking bogus.
You're size 9?
Mm-hmm. But my Crocs are like a size 10.
Yeah, my Crocs are like 11, I think.
Right?
And I'm a 10.
I think I'm a 9.
You're a 9 in women.
Yeah. And
what size am I?
You're a 10.
That's
yeah,
right, baby girl. That's right, baby girl. I'm a 10. That right?
When I was a kid, I wanted to be what?
A sunflower. You wanted to be a sunflower? Yeah.
No.
You're a kid.
Imagine me as a child.
You wanted to be a veterinarian.
Yes. I wanted to be a veterinarian with a night job of like a professional singer or something. You know, like an artist by night, saving animals.
Your head was wobbling by night. You know, it's like singing every Friday. When I was a kid, I wanted to be what?
An astronaut.
What? How do you know this stuff, yo? Yo, I wanted to be an astronaut, and then I remember a teacher shut my dreams down. Mm-hmm. It's like, you're not too smart.
I thought it was...
And then I was like, I want to be a cop. Mm-hmm. And then they shut me down too. And I wanted to join the military.
Aww.
And I got shut down too.
That's okay. I wouldn't want you to be any of those things. So literally, space freaks me out.
So I became a sandwich artist.
At Subway.
Yes. That's right. How is that funny? That's my life.
Okay. Okay, what's my love language?
Oh, that's hard. Words of affirmation.
Mm-hmm. That's my top one.
Yes.
So I need communication, and you can buy me you can buy me, I don't know, the most expensive purse, but if you didn't say hi to me, I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah. Yeah. And what's mine? What's my love language?
Acts of service.
No.
Yes, it is. It's acts of service. Mm-hmm. If I do something without you asking.
It's dictatorship.
What? No.
No, I was kidding. Yeah, acts of service. It is acts of service.
And then for both of us, second, I think it's physical touch.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Look, you're literally holding my hand, and I'm holding you.
Ew, you got goodies. Watch out.
What's my favorite food from our food truck? So we have a food truck, and we sell.
Hey, that's right.
Mexican snacks.
Yeah, we've said it a couple of times in the podcast about Señor Elote.
Señor Elote, follow us on Instagram.
Shout out. But yeah, we sell corn in a cup, corn on a stick, chicharrones, mangonadas, and Monster Locos. Mm-hmm. So, what's my favorite food from our food truck?
Your favorite food would be a mangonada, and then your second is Monster Loco.
No.
Switch around?
Yes.
Monster Loco first? Oh, I didn't consider that a food.
Yeah.
It's a drink.
Yeah, well, anyway, that's my favorite object from the food truck.
Okay.
Yours is the hot Cheetos.
Oh, hot Cheetos preparados.
Hot Cheetos preparados. So it's like hot Cheeto with like corn and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what's random? Ahorita I was thinking about it. If you would have met me in high school, and you would have told me I would have a Mexican food truck, never in a million years would I believe that. I had like no Mexican friends.
Yeah, I know. You were pretty white when they met you.
And I think I told you I never wanted to marry a Mexican guy.
Look at you now. You scored big.
I love you.
You scored big. I am soy un indio de los puros. Like,
hey, low-key, Uriel taught me a lot of Spanish.
That's right. I'm teaching her how to talk some Spanish. And also, like, we are pretty like encouraged, and we feel pretty strongly committed to teach Selah Spanish.
Yes.
So like at the age of like 2 months old, we started putting coco melon in Spanish. That way she could like
hear it.
Hear it. That way at 5 months old, she's like, leche. Give me leche.
It's not coco melon. It's called Super Simple. Super Simple.
Oh, Super Simple. Yeah. That's what she listens.
But yeah, I feel like I would speak Spanglish or English or mess up Spanish to my parents and they would understand me.
But now she's a translator. So.
Yeah, now I work as a translator. But then because I married, well, when I started dating you and then I married you, I feel like your family would kind of giggle when I'd mess up. And then they would tell me the right way to say it. So I think like fixing the errors helped me learn it.
And she was one of those girls of like, ¿cómo se dice la?
Yo no sabo.
Es que la de esa de la de esa de la.
I knew what I wanted to say.
¿Cómo se dice? ¿Cómo se dice? I'm like, what are you saying? But yeah, anyway, she learned, and now she's like, her Spanish is on point. And I feel like I'm turning American. Like,
well, I'm helping you with
wow.
your grammar, and you're helping me with Spanish.
That's right. That's right.
All right. Next question, because we got
all right. Next
last
question.
one. It's the last one.
Let me ask you. All right, because we were talking about this, and I was just like, hey, yo, chill, save it for the podcast. Save it for the podcast. All right. So this one, what? See, and you're about to say it. Look at you. You're like,
no, it's because I'm trying to guess what yours would be. Anyway, go ahead.
All right. What's your favorite date that we've been on?
So, am I gonna try to guess what you think our favorite date is, or are we just gonna say our?
Just say it.
Okay.
Just say it.
I have two though.
Your favorite pick. Like, this is my favorite.
Okay.
All right.
Planned date or spontaneous date?
At your date.
Okay, I'll say one
date.
that it was planned, and then later I'll say just for fun.
All right.
My favorite date was you planned, and we went to go on those little rowboat things, those little boats, the paddle boats.
Yeah.
We brought snacks. We brought my painting supplies, canvas, music. I think you had like a speaker. You fished and paddled, and I made a painting that day, and I still have it.
Yeah, so I remember it was this. What was it called? Silver Lake, something like that. It's on Route 59, or 56, Route 56. And what you do is you rent out boats for like $10 an hour, something like that. And I had planned out this date with her, take out some like snacks.
Yeah, we were shopping first, I think.
And you bought your painting supplies, and I took my fishing supplies. And while you were painting, I was fishing, and we were just having a good time. Yeah, I remember that.
And do you remember that they didn't charge us?
Oh, yeah.
Like, we went to go pay, and they were like, yeah, it's free.
It's like, yeah, don't worry about it. It's free. So
yeah, we're like, what?
Yeah.
That was cool.
Cool. That was your favorite one?
Oh, nice. My runner... you say yours first.
So mine was when... I think we were supposed to have a date, but we couldn't because it was raining. And you got a little upset, I remember.
I don't remember that.
Yeah. And I had to make something up. And then you're like, no, like, let's just stay inside or whatever. And I was like, no, like, trust me. Like, put your, like, stuff that you're not going to wear.
Like, you don't care that it gets dirty.
That it gets stained or it gets messed up. Like, just put something on that it's going to get dirty. And you're like, what? This is so dumb. Or I don't know what. And then you switch your mood, and then you were like, actually, like, I was like, how's this going to be like? And the date was, it was raining, and I told her, all right, let's go to the park, and let's just go jump in puddles.
This ratchet park, too. That's a dirty park. And we jumped in puddles. That was going to be the one I said. That's what I said. Planned or spontaneous. That spontaneous day was my favorite to this day.
Yeah. So,
and I think about it every time it rains.
And it was just that. We were just like...
rolling in the puddles, jumping in the puddles.
Yeah, so we went to a park. We're looking for puddles and then jumping, rolling, and pushing each other. And I remember after doing that, we just went and had some McDonald's, right? I
think we went home, changed, because it was, obviously, we were all wet. And then we went to eat McDonald's.
Yeah, that was my favorite
Simple dates.
Yeah.
I think those are the best.
It only cost me like $10 dollar menu.
It was fun. Yeah, so all in all, do you think, or how do you think marriage has been overall?
Like since we got married, or yeah, right?
Yeah,
since we got married. I think it it hasn't been hard like other people make it seem like it is.
Like the first year is gonna be the hardest.
Yeah,
year.
I guess like people were, I don't know if they were scaring you, but they were scaring me, saying like the first year is like the worst.
You're gonna want to divorce each other.
You're gonna want to divorce the individual. You're gonna want to like you're gonna learn new things about this individual, and you're gonna like whatever. And I think that's just like, I don't know. I think that's just, and I mean, with all due respect to those marriages, like I feel like people who make those type of comments are the ones that are not asking the right questions on their dating season. Yeah,
I think because, well, I think a lot of different things impacted. And obviously we don't want to make people feel bad if they've had a hard marriage that first year. But I think we prepped a lot before it.
Yeah.
I think we took the steps that we needed to. I think we talked to people. We had mentors in our lives. And also we took marriage counseling classes.
You did.
And those helped a lot. One of the big things that they said was like, people don't fall out of love. And like the reason people get divorces isn't because they fall out of love, but it's because they don't have the same values. And so that was really cool because they kind of made us evaluate like what are our values, family values when it comes to finances, religion, disciplining, all these things. Were things that we took into consideration before getting married. And I don't know about you, but I think our dating relationship was so much harder.
It was.
Than our marriage because I think like the honeymoon phase was over at 6 months. And then after that, stuff got real. I feel like it got real right away, actually.
It did.
And
I think we were both like pretty strong in our characters.
Yeah.
That we would bump heads. And
we had to figure that out. And we had a lot of arguments. We had a lot of finding out how we argue, how you like to argue, how I like to argue, how to solve conflict. I think we learned all of that in our dating season. That once we got married, we already knew how the other person reacted, responded, and all that stuff. So I think we've had more fights in our dating time than in the last 2 years. So
I think I don't know if we're going like ahead of ourselves, but for those who are listening, I think you guys know where this is heading, what we're going to be talking about, and I want to piggyback, right?
I'm not giving you a piggyback.
I want to touch on what you said. And we had to put, effort. We had to put effort on our end. Marriage counseling obviously helped us a lot. Kind of figure out or make up those questions that we didn't even think about. But one of the books that we read, and I don't know if you remember, but was the book that's called Before the Ring, and is by William L. Coleman. This book is cheap. It's $10. I think if you buy it on like Amazon, an ebook is like $5. And whenever you guys plan on getting married, or if you're engaged and it's still like kind of, iffy, or I don't know, if like before you actually get married, I really recommend you guys reading this book. It's called Before the Ring.
So before you get the ring.
Yeah. So it's a book where they
it's a bunch of questions that you should ask yourself and the other person.
Yeah, right? Exactly. A lot of questions, like from financial questions, kind of talking of like, okay, how much debt you own, or like what's your plan on paying it off, or how do you deal with like anger? Yeah. How do you deal with that? And I remember Yasmin and I, like every other day, we would read a chapter and answer the questions at the end of the chapter, and we would be like, okay, like answer it like
honestly
with 100% honesty, and and then I remember there was those questions where it was like, I don't think I would do it that way. I would do it this way, and kind of understand how we would both, deal with things, and obviously learn from each other and be like, okay, I know this person would handle that. It kind of helps you understand your partner better. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it was those moments that we took before actually getting to the altar, before actually getting engaged. Well, first of all, I think we dated with the purpose of marriage.
Yes.
We did not date long.
No.
And I think, I don't know about you, but I think we've mentioned it before, like between us or with people, that we don't believe in long-term dating. And so we knew that if we dated, it was because we were going to get married.
Yeah.
So we did our homework and we did our, you know, like read the books. We got other books too, and all these other things that we focused on before getting engaged. But that was the purpose. That was the purpose of dating. So I think that when it comes to marriage, a lot of things change.
A lot.
Like your life changes a lot. And for the, obviously, great things happen in marriage, but also things that like change completely. Like now that we're married, I'm not my own person anymore. Like I don't think I shouldn't just go live my life and I'm going to do this and this is my money and I'm going to do that, blah, blah. Because now it's like, well, now we're thinking about our bills. Now we're thinking about our kid. Now we're thinking about responsibilities. So we kind of wanted to segue from there and say like, hey, we were thinking, what are some things that we would encourage people to do or to focus on before getting married? You know, like what are things that you think people should do before getting married?
Yeah. So yeah, we came up with these 5 things, and number 1, we've said to focus on your relationship with God. I remember when we started dating, our mentors would tell us, you know, hey, if this person, this individual is kind of taking you away from God, is probably not the best.
Yeah, you shouldn't really pursue that.
Because having a relationship with God is obviously key.
And I think there's also a difference between church boys and church girls versus men of God and women of God. I feel like you can't just say, well, I want to date this person because he goes to church. Everyone goes to church. Random people go to church. Like non-Christian, non-saved people go to church because it's an open place for everyone. Everyone is welcome. So you can't just say like, this person goes to church, but focusing on your relationship with God yourself, you growing in your relationship with God, you focusing on what is he calling you to do? What is your purpose? Because when you get married, your spouse has, they have to grow in their own relationship with God. So like, for example, I have to pray and read my Bible for me, and then you have to read your Bible for you. Like I can't do it for you. So you have to do that before you get in a relationship. Definitely focus on God.
I remember reading a book, and I think I always tell this to a lot of people that kind of, you know, come to us and ask us this type of questions. And I'm never going to forget this book. I forgot the title of the book, but I remember in this chapter it talked about like the race. In a race, you know, you have a start and you have a finish line. And in life, you have a start, you're born, and then your finish line is when you're dead. And in your spiritual life, you have a start when you become a believer with Christ, and a finish line, which is when you made it to heaven, right? So in this race, spiritual race, you know, you're going to go through, like, let's say your mentors, people, friends, and it's all given by the person who designed the race, right? So like, for example, if you're running an actual race, there's points where you can get some water. Do you know where those are at? No, they're placed by the people that think like, okay, this is a good spot to grab some water, right? So in a spiritual race, I remember this book would put it like, okay, like God is going to provide like the job that you want and this is specific time of your race. He's going to provide your friends that you would need whenever you need them at this part of your race. And then it said whenever, like, pretty much saying like you don't have to seek for your significant other, but whenever it's a good time, and you know, God will unite, you know, that path that you're taking to the person that.
So like one is on one race, the other's on other race, and when it's time, those races kind of combine.
And you meet and you guys run the race together. So it's like that for those people that are like, man, I need someone in my life. Or when I get married, I'll read my Bible. When I get married, I'll have a prayer life. So it's more of like individual. But whenever God provides you that individual, is because you're set in stone. To like serving Him and.
So I think another thing leading off of that, not just focusing on relationship with God, but also focusing on healing from sin patterns, from past traumas, from past relationships. Because I think if you've been in a toxic relationship, you can carry those toxic traits into a new relationship and a marriage. And so you have to mentally be stable and really give God your issues and all these things, because you'll pass these on to your kids, and it'll affect your kids, and it'll affect your marriage. So find a Christian therapist, find a Christian counselor, find a pastor that'll guide you, and have them help you through these traumas and these things that you've gone through in life, and it'll make you better, I think.
Yeah, I think when I was in a breakup and I started dating you, I would always like, I guess, continue with my life with those fears of like my ex. Like, dang, like Yasmin is about to like cheat on me with this, or like Yasmin is probably like testing this other guy, and you know, because like obviously you see someone, like I would see you texting, and right off the bat, because I've been cheated on, it's like, dang, like she's probably doing the same thing to me, and obviously, that's I feel like that's the beginning of a thought that could later on, you know, make you make a decision that you're going to regret. So that is really important, to focus on healing from past traumas or relationships. And I remember having arguments like that. Kind of like you
would always tell me like, I'm not your ex-boyfriend.
I'm not your ex-boyfriend.
I'm not like him.
I'm not. I remember. And I mean, vice versa. You know, I would have to kind of convince myself like, okay, she is not my ex-girlfriend. Like she is not her. Like these are not her intentions. And obviously we'll talk about it, figure out how to fix this issue. But yeah, that is definitely a big key to kind of have a successful marriage.
And then I think another thing, less spiritual and less mental health-ish. I think not that no one told me, because I think everyone knows that like, hey, a wedding's expensive. Once you become an adult and have responsibilities, these things cost money. But I don't think I saw the extent of it. So I think I would recommend people before they get married that they would work on their finances as a single person.
Yes.
Not even like, well, I'm going to save money because one day I'm going to get married. But it's like, yeah, you can think that way, sure. But also like, you need to be financially stable, know how to run your finances, build your credit for you, you know, like to be a good asset for someone else that's going to come into your life eventually. So I think getting your finances under control, and when you don't, I think that you will be living paycheck to paycheck. You'll struggle to accomplish the dreams and things that you want to do because you have that financial burden. So definitely financial, how do you say it? Like stability, health, financial health.
Yeah. And I remember when we started dating, we got on it. We were like, man, we need to get credit cards.
My friends always make fun of me because I would refuse to spend any money because we were so broke. I was working 2 jobs. Remember, we were so broke, and they would invite us to go out to eat and tell me like, hey, let's go downtown, let's do this. But I was like, I can't spend the money I'm saving for the wedding. We weren't even engaged. Like, but it was something we started right away because I had no credit. So I had to build my credit.
Yeah. So we took off credit cards. Well, it wasn't credit cards. It was secure cards.
Yeah. Like a bank.
But they still, you know, kind of give you credit for that. And from those secure cards, like, we got some really good credit, really good credit. Because I remember when we bought the house, it was like, oh, you guys
we had a good credit compared to
really good credit.
What we thought, I think.
Yeah. And it really helped us a lot. So, so before you guys get married, you know, nobody wants to pay rent. Nobody wants to live with under their parents' household. They want to start, they want to begin their family or start their life. So
you also don't want to start your marriage with a ton of debt.
Yeah, debt.
You had zero debt and I had zero debt. So we started from the bottom. But I think it would have been overwhelming to know that you had like 30 plus of debt and I had 70 plus.
And those are some of the conversations that kind of the book talks about, but also like the marriage counseling classes talk about debt. But yeah, that's a big, I remember in the marriage counseling classes, like that's a big make it break it situation where the individual, talks to the individual about, hey, this is how much debt I have.
Yeah.
And it's a holy smokes, like I'm not about to get into this relationship with like 100K in debt.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you guys are single or you guys are dating, maybe those are some conversations you guys need to have.
Fix your credit.
Fix that credit.
Stop going to Starbucks and McDonald's. Save that money. Yeah, and I think also I mentioned earlier that I didn't want to marry a Mexican guy before.
That's right. Until she met this hot guy.
It's because my type was white guys. Because that's all there was around here. You know what I mean?
That's true. You see every single Mexican in here with like a white girl.
Yeah, white girls love Mexican guys now here.
Yeah. So if you're Mexican and you're looking for a white girl, come to Minnesota.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, I think that you have to come up with non-negotiables, and we'll explain that. I think there are times where you can, like, for example, I was saying, well, I'll never marry a Mexican guy. Well, that's something that can be negotiable. God could have sent a Mexican guy, could have sent an Asian guy, an Indian guy, a black guy, could have sent anyone. That's not non-negotiable. For non-negotiables, it's like, for me, for example, it was, I will not date someone that's not Christian. Non-negotiable. I don't care if you're white or not, Mexican or not, whatever. Non-negotiable. You have to be a follower of Jesus. And so those are non-negotiable things that you're not willing to compromise, things that you're not willing to change. You can change your interest in someone that's tall, short, muscular, chubby, blonde hair, brown hair, blue eyes, green eyes, whatever. What was your type?
My type, I honestly didn't have a type.
You didn't care?
I just didn't want my wife to be taller than me.
Why not? You're bogus.
No. And I think that was the only one. And also, like, I wanted my wife to love kids, and because
you keep saying you want a ton of kids.
Yep, I want 12 kids.
Yeah,
I want 12 kids.
I'm not having them. So.
And the reason why I want 12 kids is because I want to have a whole soccer team with one sub. But yeah, I just like big families. I like, my family is, what do you say, family oriented?
Yeah.
Like we always gather. We find an excuse for us to gather, and you like that. That's something I miss. But that's something I would, like
so is that a non-negotiable? Like your wife had to like kids, or is that something that was negotiable?
No, non-negotiable. Like we gotta have kids.
So if someone came and she looked beautiful, was exactly what you looked for in a person, but they said,
no
I
kids?
Absolutely will not have kids, and I don't plan on getting pregnant.
Nah, fam, deuces. All right, yeah.
Well, I think, like I said, I liked white guys. I like tall guys, and you're tall, so that was that. But so those things can change. Those things are things that can change in a person. So if you're out there and you are single, don't have this list of this is what this person needs to look like, because it might not always be that way. Yep. But have a list of things that you're not willing to compromise. I'm not going to compromise. I don't know, like we were saying, religion, beliefs, or for example, mine. I told Uriel, and you can say if I'm lying or not. I literally looked you in the face and I told you I would not marry you if you were not okay with adopting or doing foster care.
Should they say that?
I knew what God was calling me to do, and I knew that God was calling me to work with children, and I was not gonna compromise or sacrifice my calling or what God wanted me to do for a man. So I told you straight up, like, if you're not willing to adopt or you're not willing to do foster care, I cannot continue this relationship with you. So those were non-negotiable. So definitely make your list, people, of things that you're not willing to compromise. And from there, I think the last thing would be have fun and live your life. Have fun. I think not that your life ends at having children and at being married, but I think everything is just different.
It is.
Things change, responsibilities, priorities change. We would love to travel with Selah. We have ideas and plans that we would love to do with her. And we still are involved in like our church and our community and in our business. But right now, if you're out there and you're not married, I would say serve your community, travel, study abroad, serve in your church, start your business, do whatever you want to do.
Yeah, I agree. It's not, and I think we're doing what we were supposed to be doing earlier in life, and it's not wrong. It's not, by all means, like I'm sure there's other people doing it. It is a little bit more stressful, and it kind of makes you kind of work harder. But again, these are things that we, in our opinion, recommend you guys doing before you guys get married. And again, like starting the business. We started a business after we got married. And
after we had a kid.
After we had a kid, after we bought a house.
After we bought a house.
And we decided to start this business. Obviously, it's going to take more money. It's going to take more time. It's going to take more this. Versus where if we could have done it earlier, maybe we could have put instead of 100% effort, 120 effort, But again, I mean, we're still having fun. We're still living life. And we love Selah. We love our company. Our business, I should say.
Yeah.
And just have fun. Again, travel. Don't worry about the one.
Go on mission trips. Go do other stuff.
Yeah, there's the average American lives at the age of 67, I think.
Really? That sounds really young.
Yeah, 67. So, you still have...
get your nails done. Get your hair done.
So,
do whatever. I think, like, until you're married, how do you say, like, even if you're already in a relationship or you're already engaged, like, live your life because you're still not married. Like, you're still single in a way. Like, go live your life. So, I think, all in all, I think that's all the things that I would recommend.
Me too.
Or that I would say.
Yeah. And I feel like we did a couple of these, and some of these we were like, hey, we should probably do it.
I think we traveled before getting married.
Oh, yeah.
We got to go on a lot of different mission trips, like different parts of the country. I've gone to different mission trips outside the country. Obviously, we were serving in our churches before we got married. So, like, we got to do a lot of things that...
I think we did all these, but we feel like these are really important and will bring you guys to, I feel like, a better relationship with your significant other. Yeah. But read that book. If you guys are planning on getting married or you guys feel like you guys are heading towards that route, get that book Before the Ring and read it. Ask each other those questions and learn about each other and see how, I'm sure that book will make or break your relationship with that person.
Yeah. So, I mean, sorry if this was a little too serious.
I think it was
serious
good.
Compared to your other
I think it's
podcast?
good. I think it's good because sometimes, like, you have those questions. Like, I remember I would have those questions, but I didn't want to talk to others or ask. I'm sure someone, at least one person, would appreciate this podcast. And
and if you have any questions, comments, or anything that you want to ask, DM us. Also, shout out. Yeah, I want to do the famous shout out to JoJo and Yvonne.
That's right.
They got engaged recently. So congratulations to you guys. Anything that you guys want to know or have questions about, let us know.
Yeah, and Yvonne and JoJo, you guys are... we were part of the youth group. We would always hang out and stuff like that. So they're cool people. They're amazing people. And, yeah, Jojo, Ivan, if you guys are listening, you guys have a couple here that you guys could ask questions. Come to us. Obviously, you guys have Abner and Jenny, Pastor Juan, and a lot of people within you guys' circle. But if you guys, want some wisdom from a young couple, we're open. We're open, and don't be shy. And not just them. To anyone that's listening, we're open. We love to talk, especially about marriage and these topics. We feel like.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we're passionate about helping others, and we're a pretty open book. But again, sorry if it was super serious, but we
just felt like we had to talk about this.
Yeah, and I think for me as a person, you and I are very different.
Yes.
I think like for me, I wanted a list of, hey, what do I have to do for this podcast? What are we talking about? I felt like I could not just go off my head.
And for me, it was like, just don't worry about it. We'll just
about
go
whatever.
with the flow. We'll just see, speak off the dome. And, but she's more of like, no, I have to have.
I need to know.
I have to have a schedule.
Well, it's because I'm a lover of to-do lists.
Yeah, she is. To-do list.
But, how about we end it on a less serious note?
All right, let's do it.
What are your goals for our family this summer? Do you have anything that you want to do this summer?
My goals for this summer is to take our little one swimming, have like a little picnic, swimming, and what else?
Go to Chicago.
I just want to have like more family time, like I feel like I'm so stuck in like for example, like fixing the house, training the dogs.
Oh my gosh.
This and that. And
guys, we got a newborn and a puppy at the same time.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
0 out of 10 recommend. Also, 0 out of 10 recommend labor, but that's for a different story.
Yeah.
I think for me, I want to finish our house, our bedroom. So we are doing foster care. Well, we put our application in, and now we're setting up our rooms. So I want to decorate. That's all I want to do this summer is decorate, and I look forward to our my Maverick City worship concert.
Yeah, so yeah, that's under the radar. We applied to be foster parents, and God willing, hopefully soon, we could be in this program, be part of this program, and help kids in need. It grew in our hearts. This was one of the conversations we had when we were dating. We weren't even engaged. We were dating. And we were like, yeah, this has to happen. If not, then as much as I love you, it's not going to happen. You know? And so, yeah, we're excited. It's happening. So
follow us for those updates.
Yeah. We'll tag her.
Shout out to my YouTube channel too, baby.
So yeah. So right now we'll take some advantage right now to we'll put a post to kind of promote this podcast, and also so you guys could have her Instagram. But she also has a YouTube channel, so check it out.
I upload like once every 5 years.
she uploads. She bought a $4,000 computer for you. But anyway,
don't expose our financial thing. I did buy a computer for my YouTube videos.
But yeah, anyway,
I'm like Abner. And Jenny and Abner were talking in the podcast that he spent like money on a microphone. Yeah. That's me. I feel you, Abner.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah, things are coming along with like the things we have planned in life. But yeah, we're moving forward, and questions, just keep them coming.
So thank you for having me.
Thank you guys for listening. El compa Yuri here reporting live, and Yasmin, la compa Yasmina.
Oh my gosh.
And
before, shout out to Noé, my cousin Noé Martinez. He was a faithful listener to the podcast, and he is graduating.
That's right. Shout out for all those listeners here in Melrose, Sauk Center area, Central Minnesota.
Congratulations.
You guys are graduating. If you guys are going to school and listen to this podcast, this Friday is the big day.
Life has just begun.
This
is just the beginning.
You feel like you're an adult, but you're not. Wait. Just wait.
Enjoy it.
Yeah. And
congratulations.
Congrats to the COVID 2020 last year. We didn't have a podcast. So for you guys who graduated last year, congrats. It was a tough year, but hopefully everything gets better. So yeah, I think that concludes our podcast. And thank you guys. Follow us in all streaming platforms. Also, we have a YouTube channel. We're not really active there, but hopefully soon we will. And but we have Apple. I was gonna say Apple Pay.
Apple Pay us, what?
Apple Podcast or iTunes. I don't know what the heck. All streaming. Yeah, that's right. All streaming platforms. And yeah, happy Friday. I forgot to say that. So happy Friday. It's payday Friday. Yeah, go cash those checks. But yeah, go tell your mama you love her. Go hug your dad. Go fishing with your dad. And yeah, love your kids. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Deuces. Shout out to producer Dan.